So, Varun, today we are going to learn the Linux user management part. And yesterday we learned some basic command and some file hierarchy about the Linux. Okay.
Yes, 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 yes,
So
yes.
this is user management part, and in this video we see in this session we see what is UID, GID, and how to create users in Linux, and some basic and advanced function of Linux user management. Okay.
Okay.
So uh, in Linux system, there are three types of Linux user. Okay.
Mm,
First
mm,
is super user. Super
mm,
user means root user. Okay.
mm, mm.
Second is system user who works in the background. Okay. Like
Okay.
if I install Google Chrome, then a user is created to running the Google Chrome in background. If I install Skype, then a user is created into the background for running the Skype.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And normal user, which we work on the terminal or on the panel or on the GUI version or on the cell. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So in MNC company, we have only the normal user access. We don't have right for the root user or the super user privileges. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So in super user, we
Mm.
can also identify the user type with their UID number. UID means the user identify number. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Super user have always UID is 0 and GID means the group ID. Okay.
Mm, mm.
So super user is UID is 0 means whenever you see a UID is 0, that means a super user is logged in. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And system user have UID with range 1 to 999.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And this is for GID is same 1 to 999. Okay.
Okay.
And in RAL 6 means Red Hat version 6. In RAL 6, UID is only 12499 for the system user.
Okay.
And GID is 12499. Okay.
Okay.
And for the normal user, UID range is 1000 to the 60,000. We can
Okay.
also assign the custom UID. Okay. So
Okay.
UID is very important to perform the task priority. If I set normal user UID minimum, then it's priority more than other user.
Okay.
Okay. So So whenever you create any user on Linux, it creates automatically UID, GID, and you can only log in via root user or normal user. You cannot log in with system user because system user runs in the background. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So for normal user, you can add it in some file. You can also log add it into the some file. And yesterday we see today we are going also see the how the Vim editor works. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So command prompt for the normal user, I already shared this. So when our terminal is like that, okay,
Okay.
root
Okay.
at the rate host name and tilt sign and the hash. So
Mm.
this is the username and this is the machine name, and tilt means that you are in on home directory.
Okay.
Okay, and hash sign is for the that you are a super user. You have all
Okay.
privileges. And so normal user terminal like this, username. This is the username Akshay, and at the rate this is the machine name and tilt sign. That means it is in
You are
my
in
home directory.
home
Okay,
directory. Okay.
yeah, and dollar sign means you are a normal user. Okay, So let's come. So uh, the interview question is that what is shadow file? Okay.
Hmm.
So shadow file is this. There are seven information related to our user management. First is UID, second is GID, and the third is this file. So you know very well, in Linux everything work as a file.
Correct. Yeah.
Every information saved in a file. Okay, so this is the file path where our information is saved. This is the file path where our information is saved. So
Hmm.
I will see you in my Linux machine. So let's connect my Linux machine. So my Linux machine is clearly visible to you.
Yes. Yes. Visible.
Okay. So I'm logged in and open a terminal. So this is the Ubuntu machine. In previous session, we see the CentOS machine.
Hmm.
This
Okay.
is the GUI desktop of Ubuntu machine, Ubuntu Linux.
Okay.
Okay, so let's create some. So this is the file path. We can also check with cat command or the vim command. So let's check. So I'm going to press Control Alt plus T to open a terminal. My terminal is open. You see, I am a normal user. Dollar sign is there. That means I am normal user. Tilde sign, that
Yeah.
means I am in my home directory. Ubuntu is my username, and this is my machine name, Ubuntu VirtualBox.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So let's see. Cat etc and passwd. So this is the login information file. Okay, so let's see the root file. So this is the 9 fields. It is clearly visible to you or not? Should I need to
Yeah. Yeah. It's
maximize the
fine.
text?
Yeah. It is fine. No. No issues.
No issue. Okay. So this is my these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in this file we have 7 field of information. Okay, so first is the username, and second is password pointer. X means the password is set or not, we will see in next. And 0 means root have the 0 UID, and again 0 is, that means root have
Group ID.
group ID. And this is comment is root, and this is
Okay.
my home directory,
Okay.
and this is my login cell.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. We already see the root user have 0 UID, and how to identify a system user or a normal user. Okay,
Hmm.
so let's see some normal user. So Ubuntu is my normal user. Okay,
Hmm.
and Ubuntu is username, X means password pointer, and 1000 means this is my UID. As I say, per my document, that the UID of normal user is 1000 to 60,000.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and let's back to the machine. So system, let's see for the system user example. So there is a user with pulse name. Pulse is a system user right now. Pulse
Okay.
daemon, or these are all the background services. Okay, so Pulse have the UIDs 115.
Okay.
Okay, and 120. This is the UID and this is the GID. Okay,
Okay.
this is the comment name, and this is the login this is the home directory for this. And no login, that means Pulse have no login. Okay, no terminal path to access, no direction for the run the command.
Hmm.
Okay, so Pulse user cannot run a command or like normal user. Okay,
Hmm.
so it cannot be logged into system. It is automatically logged in and running in the background.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so let's move to the next. So this point is clear. Third point, file information saved in 7 fields.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and let's move to the, so this is the shadow file
Hmm.
where 9 fields. Okay, 9 fields
Hmm.
of information saved in. So let's see the shadow file. This is a shadow file. Most
Hmm.
of the interviewer ask about this question, that what is shadow file and where it is saved and how many fields in shadow file.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's see the shadow file also. cat, and the shadow file is etc shadow. Okay, enter. Permission denied. I need to be a super user. Sudo su. So right now I am a super user. Okay.
Hmm.
So cat, etc and shadow.
Cat. 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 Cat.
Okay, okay.
CAT.
So this is the shadow file.
Looks like okay.
Okay. So first field is for the user. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
And this field is for the password policy. Sorry, password in encrypted form. Okay. And the
Okay.
9 field is 9. This is the password policy, and other the fields are password policy. That means when user is created, when the last time user logged in, when the expiry date of the password. So we will see in deep in upcoming next, that what is password policy and how to elaborate that. Okay,
Hmm.
so this is the shadow file. Interviewer always ask this question, that what is shadow file. Okay,
Okay. Generally, password file will store information about the users, right? etc
yes,
password. But
etc
etc
password.
shadow, yeah. But etc shadow file, uh, the encrypted password will be there in that file, right?
Yes, yes. So as you can see, I
Hmm.
have set password for the Ubuntu user. That means this is the encrypted form of my password.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Hmm.
I need to decrypt if I logged in, if I want to recover this password. Okay.
Hmm.
And other fields is the password policy.
Okay.
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 So etc shadow is cleared.
Yeah.
Okay. And password policy is like password expiry, old password, new password, change date, and other things. Okay.
Okay.
And uh, other file, second file is that etc group / etc group. So information saved in 4 fields. Okay, so let's see. Cat and etc G shadow.
ETC group, no?
Oh yeah, I'm move forward to the another. Information saved in four fields. So this is the username and X, and 1000 is the GID, and other fields is who is the member of this group. Okay, so no one member of the Ubuntu group, that means it is blank. Okay, so X redirect to the password pointer. If I set password for the group, so it shows here. Okay, X means that I am not set any password for the Ubuntu group. Okay, and 1000 is my GID. Okay, and same like as G shadow file, information saved in 4 fields. Let's see into the cat, etc and G shadow. So same thing. Group name and the password, and another super user or root user admin, and the normal user. So let's see into this. Okay, and this is our last directory for the var mail and root. So this is the user mail information directory. Okay, so if any mail exists in with the root, and this information saved in this directory. Okay, var mail and root. If any changes is in the system, so we can get logs and the mail here. Okay,
Okay.
so we can also check the information with this command grep. Grep is used for the as a finder. So if I want to find the root command in this file, suppose I have 1000 line of I have a file, and in my file I have thousands of lines. So how can I find my the root file or the root line? Okay, so we can find with the root command, grep command. So let's see the grep command. Grep, and the keyword is which I need to find. I want to find Ubuntu, and the file location is etc passwd. Let's enter. So I find only these lines. This is the line with the Ubuntu. Okay, if I
Okay.
want to
Okay.
find the root user, so I find my root lines. Okay,
Okay.
okay, if I want to find the, there is one more option like that. No. Okay, let's see in next. So So ID root for view the UID and GID for the root. Okay. And this is the command for add a user. Okay. We can also add user with 4 types. We have 4 way to add a user. Okay. So the simple
Okay.
command is that user add and the username. Okay. So let's add some user. So I am right now I'm root user. So let's check. I'm going to add a user. User add and the name is Varun. Okay, I'm going to add Varun user. Enter. Sorry, misspelling.
Oh,
Okay,
user add. Okay.
user add Varun. Hit enter. My user is added, and if I need to set password for Varun user, so I set pass wd and Varun. Okay, pass wd. This is the command and the username. Okay, let's
Okay.
check and hit enter. So prompt for the password 12345. I set any password for that. Okay, password is created successfully. Now I'm going, if I need to log in the Varun user, so I simply su and Varun, switch user Varun. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
su means switch user and the username. Okay, hit enter. So I am logged in with Varun user. Okay, if I want to
Okay.
log out from terminal, then simply type exit. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and
Got it.
let we can also switch from this command su hyphen the username. Okay, and we can also type simply su and the username. Okay,
Okay.
so getend command is also used for the password view. Okay, and
Okay.
so I create a user Varun. Let's
Yes.
check.
Yes.
Let's check the 7 field information about Varun. What is set or what is not set. Okay. So what is the UID of Varun and other things. Okay. So
Okay.
let's come to the terminal. So the command is that grep.
Varun.
I need to find Varun and the file name is
etc
etc and
password.
pass wd. Okay. Hit
Okay.
enter. So you can see this is the Varun username and password pointer.
UID,
101 is my
GID,
UID and GID, and this is my home directory.
and this is my cell.
This is my login cell. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so let's see. If I want to comment a user, okay, that if I you see this is one field is blank. You see this point, this field is blank. Okay,
Correct. Yeah.
if I want to fill this field, okay, so let's Varun joined our company as a IT admin or a admin. So we can also comment here to remember the user info. Okay,
Okay.
so I comment user add hyphen c for the comment. That means it's commented Varun user. Okay, so let's
Okay.
see user add. Sorry, user is already added. Okay, so I am going to create another user add and I create Akshay user. Okay, and hyphen c for the comment is that uh, Akshay developer. Okay,
Okay.
and the username.
So we cannot add the command for the existing user.
Yes, we tried, but we see first. Okay. So
Okay.
if I want to add it with Varun, okay, so we can use user mode command. User mode means user modification. User add means
Okay.
user add. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So first let's see the Akshay user. Grab Akshay etc and pass WD. So the comment is here. Akshay is a developer. Okay.
Okay.
And let's modify the Varun user mode -c. Okay. And the
Okay.
comment is like Varun is IT admin. Okay. You can give any comment here
Okay.
according to your. Okay. So the username is Varun. Okay. Let's check once again. So comment is here our. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move next. And we can also use the custom UID. -u is used for the custom UID. -c is used for the comment. -d for used for the set the home directory. So let's see the all option in once. Okay.
Hmm.
So I'm going to add a user. First clear the screen. Okay. I'm going to add a user. User add -c for the comment. Okay. I'm going to comment IT admin 2 and close this, and also -d for the default directory. And we have 4 option, and -u for the UID. I said UID is like 1010, and the username is Nitin. Hit enter. Our user is created with custom UID and the custom default directory, and comment is IT admin 2. Okay. So we can
Okay.
also use the all option in one. Okay. And you can also use the -s for the shell. Okay. That means if I set the SB no login, that means user unable to log in into the terminal. Okay. So
Okay.
let's set and check. So first check Nitin is logged in or not. SUNITIN. Nitin is logged in successfully. Okay.
Hmm.
And let's set again exit. Grab once again. etc pass WD and grab Nitin. Okay. Hit enter.
Okay.
So Nitin is added here. And this is the login shell. We can also modify this. Okay. So
Hmm.
user mode -s for the login shell. Username is
Nitin.
sorry SB no login. No login. Okay. And username is Nitin. Okay.
Okay.
Hit enter. Created. Now Nitin unable to do the login. Let's check. SU cannot execute. Okay.
Okay.
So if I want to re-enable this, let's change the login shell. Bin sh. Okay.
Okay.
Hit enter. Now Nitin able to log in. Got it?
Okay.
Let's move to the next. So user modification. We also see the user mode command. Okay.
Yeah.
We can use user mode instead of user add. Okay. We can also
Okay.
modify the user. Okay. And
See this bash shell. We need to install some packages or what?
no need to install some packages because it is by default in Linux.
Okay.
Okay. So it is by default. Let's see into another machine. Let's open a virtual machine box. So this is my another machine and this is my another machine. Okay, so let's start this machine and check the bin bash is available here or not. We can also see these things ls hyphen a. So this is the bash file, bash rc. Okay,
Okay.
so it is by default. It is by default. We will see in next video, next session, that how to create a user without user add command, or how to get these files. When I create a
Okay.
user, then uh, where it file creates from the machine. Okay.
Okay.
So let's open another machine. So this is my another machine. So Linux is base is Linux. You can do the same command on the Ubuntu or on the any Linux. Okay. So
Okay.
base Linux is same. Okay. So we can also check grep etc, sorry, cat etc and passwd. So let's increase the size of screen. So now size is fine. Okay. So I install system user Apache. So there is username is Apache and X password pointer, UID, GID, and all things. Okay.
Hmm.
And you are talking about the bash, bin bash.
Yes.
Okay. So let's check. As I say in previous, that S bin is used for the root user or the system user, and bin bash is used for the normal user. So you can see normal user is existed here. CloudX is a normal user. You can also identify by UID and GID, comment and home directory, and this is the login shell. Okay.
Okay. So bash can be set it only for the normal user.
No. Bash is a shell type. Bash is we have multiple shell. Okay. Fish is also a terminal for the login shell. So let's elaborate some with document. So this is the okay. This is the terminal types. 34 page. So this is bash is a shell type. Okay.
Hmm.
Bash is a cell type, and also TSH is also a cell type, and SASH is also a cell type, ZSH is also a cell type, Fish is also a cell type, and Bash is stand for the brown again shell. Okay, this is the type of shell.
Hmm.
So this is the unchanged version of SH, Unix program SH. Okay.
Okay.
SH means shell and bash means brown again shell. It is
Okay.
written by Steve Vaughan and it is most popular shell, the default shell. It is a default shell for most Linux program, Linux operating system. Okay.
Okay.
So we can also check the with this command. If I need to delete some users, we can use user del akshay, user del
Hmm.
-rf for akshay with its home directory. So if I want not to delete the home directory, that I delete Akshay, but I want to save the default directory and home directory, then I only run this command. And if I confirm that I no need to data of this home directory, so then I run this command. Okay. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Fine.
Okay. So passwd is used for the password set, and passwd hyphen s capital S for the status of the user, to check the password status of the user. Okay, so
Hmm.
let's see. So password hyphen s, and I create one normal user is here.
Varun,
Username is
Nitin.
Nitin. Sorry, capital S. I need to press capital S for status. So there are all options you can use with the passwd command, hyphen a for all. Let's run the a to check the all status for the pass. Sorry, hyphen a and Nitin. PASSWD hyphen a and okay. So let's see, passwd and hyphen s, capital S and Nitin. Enter. So username and the login date, expiry. This is the password status. Okay. So L for the logged. Okay. I set the password for Nitin. Okay.
Hmm.
And let's again Hyphen L for the lock the password. That means user unable to log in from normal user. Okay. Right
Hmm.
now in my machine right now I am a super user. So that's why I am able to see the information. Okay. So let's log this password. Passwd hyphen L and Nitin. So password expiry information change. Give me a minute. Okay. So let's check passwd hyphen capital S and Nitin. Hit enter. Okay, password expiry changed, and let's log in with Nitin. SU Nitin. Okay, I am able to log in, but I need to log out and then log in. Okay, so then
Hmm.
it's work. Right now I am a super user. That's why I am able to log in. If I a normal user, let's see, exit and let's switch to the normal user. Normal user is Ubuntu. I entered with Ubuntu command and let's switch with Nitin command. So I am not able to log in into the Nitin. Okay, because my password is logged. Password is logged for the Nitin user. Okay.
Okay, NITIN, right? Username.
Uh, no password entry for the Nitin. Okay. Password is 1234. Hit enter. I am unable to log in still.
Okay.
Authentication failure. Okay. And let's check once again with sudo su. I am a super user. Okay. Let's run again the command. Let's run again the command for unlock. Unlock is used for the U. Hyphen U is used for the unlock. So let's unlock. Passwd and hyphen U for the unlock. And the username is Nitin. Okay.
Hmm.
Hit enter. You should set a password with user mode hyphen P to unlock. So give me a minute. I have call. Hyphen U is used for the unlock the password for the user and hyphen L for the lock the password. Okay. And
Okay.
hyphen D for delete the password. So without password, you can log it in. Okay. So let's
Okay.
see. So previously I can run command let's log in with the normal user SUNITIN. So no password entry for the Nitin. I am unable. Sorry, my username is capital N. I am able to log in with the root. Exit again and switch to the normal user Ubuntu and SUNITIN Nitin 1234 password. I am able to log in because I unlocked the password. Okay. So
Hmm.
let's delete the password. I am able to log in without password. Okay.
Hmm.
So let's see passwd exit and let's run command sudo su passwd hyphen d for delete and the username is Nitin. Okay. hit enter. Password expiry information change. So let's see, it's asking me for the password or not. SU Ubuntu, hit enter. Let's log into the Nitin, NITIN. So in previous, when I switch to the Nitin user, it's asking me for the password. Okay, here
Mm.
SU Nitin. So it's
Mm.
asking for the password, and right now it is not asked the password. -D for the expiry. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am unable to log in. Authentication failure. Okay. So -D for delete the password. That means still if I have the password, but I am unable to log in. Okay, because I delete the password entry from the file.
Okay.
Okay. But I can log in with the root user. Okay. I
Okay.
can log in with the root user without password. Okay. So Sage, CHAGE, this is the Sage user command to view the password details, login expiry. So let's run this command, Sage-L and Akshay, CHAGE, Sage-L, and the username is Varun. Okay, hit enter. Change denied. Sorry, I need to be a super user first. Sudo and su clear CHAGE Sage-L Varun. Hit enter. That means last password change is 10. Password expiry never. That means password never expired. Password inactive. That means password never inactive. Account expire. We can also set all these values. So this is the password policy.
Okay.
This is information saved in passwd file or in the shadow file. Okay.
Okay.
So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 field. Okay.
Okay.
So number of day of warning before password expire. So it's when I set it to the 7, that means it warn me that your password is going to be expire. Okay.
Mm.
And maximum number of days between password change. So this is the days, and minimum number of password change. Account expires, password inactive. That means if I set here 2, if I set here 2, that means I am still able to log in after 2 days of password expire.
Mm.
Okay. If I set that my password is expired on the 12th March. Okay. And
Mm.
also I set the password inactive too. Okay. So that
Mm.
means I am able to log in 2 days. That means I set password expire for the 12th March. That means I am able to log in still 14 March.
Mm.
Okay. So I will still log in within the 14 March within 2 days. Okay. I will log in within 2 days of password expiry
Mm.
or after the password expiry. Okay.
Okay.
And to set all password policy. Okay. So this is for the to set all the password policy for user. Let's set. So CHAGE change Varun. I can set it manually. So it asking me the minimum age of the password. Okay. So I
Mm.
set the 14 days. After 14 days, it's expired. Okay. And maximum age of the password, maximum age I set for the 20 days. Okay, hit enter. And the last password change, I also give it to the default date. Hit enter. Password expiry warning, that means I set for the 2 days. Hit enter. Password inactive. Password inactive means how many day after I log in. So I set 5 days. That means user able to log in after the password expiry. Account expiration date. So I set here password. So let's check again. So all the things is here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So last password change is 10th March. Password expiry, I set it password expiry 2 days. Sorry, last password inactive. Okay. 30 March. So this is the password age, maximum password age 30. Okay. And minimum password age 14. Account expire never, and minimum number of password change 14 and 20. Number of day expire. Okay.
Okay.
And Vim is a editor tool. Okay. So we can use also Vim like CHAGE change-w, that means to change the warning date, CHAG-I for the inactive date account. And we can also define in this directory. We can also change default directory for user after change in front of home, set a new directory which you want to make default. Okay.
Mhm.
So clear. If any confusion, please let me know.
Okay. So suppose if we create one user called Varun or Nitin,
Okay.
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 So once we created that normal users, how do we provide root access to the particular user?
I add this user to the particular group. I use this command user mode -g to add a user
Okay.
into the root group, or I give the privileges for that. So let's see into some advanced. So there is one file cat-etc, and this is the sudo file. Okay. So all sudo user in this file we can also include, like all allow member of group sudo to execute any command. So here here if I need to add a user into the sudo group, so I simply write the username here and the same things here. Okay. So user able to do the root command.
So
Okay.
user can access with the root privilege.
Yes, user can gain.
So in this file, we need to put an entry for the normal user, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you can also use this command user mode -g, like this, user mode -G, and the username and the group name. Okay.
Okay.
So we will see in the next that how to add a user into a group.
Okay.
Okay. And
So there are two ways. One is sudo file, and another one is we can add the group to the.
yes, and we have also one way to edit a gpasswd file. We can also add a user with gpasswd file.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Fine. Any question else?
Oh, user management. Yeah, fine.
Fine. So let's meet tomorrow at 6 p.m. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So Akshay, that
Yes.
payment, how do I make it? Yesterday I forgot.
Uh,